We've got a couple of board meeting things to do here quickly. I promise we'll get quickly to success in education. I know you guys aren't here to stare at me behind the podium. We'll go through a couple of agenda things real quick, and then we'll jump right into success in education. So for everybody, if you don't mind, please stand with me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, so moving on to roll call, we have in attendance Director Director Kincaid, Director Ledoux, and our fantastic two new student representatives, Danica, as well as Ariel. I'm sorry. I wanted to call you with a different name, but I knew it wasn't right. So thank you for everyone for coming, as well as Dr. Milton, our superintendent. So moving on to the next item of our agenda, we have a fantastic presentation presented by Trudy Sullivan, who's going to talk to us about the annual food drive.
I got to turn on my projector first. I would think they would have it all set up.
Man, that's that son of yours.
I know, right? You have to do all your own work around here. 1 second, guys. Sorry, I only have 5 minutes. I gotta talk back. Yeah, if someone wants to click that, great. Thank you. My name is, next slide, please. My name is Trudy Sullivan. I'm a high school teacher at Granite Falls High School. I teach financial education, leadership theater, multimedia, and I'm the food drive advisor, and I am Mrs. Claus, if you ever really want to know that. The Granite Falls Food and Gift Drive is going on 22 years, believe it or not. This is a district-wide event. We serve all grade levels, and each building, each school will participate in their own unique way. Families are identified and they receive food, and we hope always to include fresh veggies and meat, gifts for school age or younger children. Families must have children attending within the district. That's pretty much our criteria. Next slide, please. This is a student-driven event. It's incredibly powerful. Besides handling the family information, the high school students pretty much run the entire event. This year we have 28 food drive coordinators. A couple of them are here in this audience. They build themselves as servant leaders. That's what we like to call them. They build empathy, strong work ethic, compassion, project management skills. They put in hundreds of hours of volunteer time to be a food drive coordinator. It is a selective process, and I'm telling you, this year the students we have are amazing. And one of the things that I love about it, it helps really bridge that ever-growing wealth gap in our community, and our kids get to see how, you know, the other side lives, more or less. Next slide, please. So last year, we had 339 children that we served, bought gifts for. We served 140 families. We collected over 20,000 items in food, and we raised almost $30,000 in cash. Believe it or not, the amount of families we served is down from prior years. Most years we serve 170 to 200 families. But last year we had some issues with not having the staff in the right place to help identify families. So we're working on solving that this year. And this year we have a goal of collecting 22,000 items of food and raising $26,000 in cash. And we're hoping to serve more families than ever before. Ways to give. So you can donate a non-perishable food items. You can adopt a child's gift tag. The gift tags, I brought a sample somewhere, will have information about the child, not their name. It will have their size, their age. They look like this. You can adopt one of these, and you can also give cash donations. If you give us cash, the cash goes to buy additional food or to buy gifts for children who did not get their tags adopted. Once we have all of that, what we give to our families is a variety of things. Obviously, fresh food, pantry stable food. We give them holiday meals. We give them essential clothing for the children and then gifts for the children. And that's the ideal situation. So we have a call to action, which is if, first of all, we need help in identifying families. So if you know someone, point them to the building secretaries at each school. Each school building secretary is trained to enter the information about our families into a very sophisticated confidential database that we have. And then if you know a local business that's willing to give, or a person that's willing to give, that would be great as well. You can contact me at the high school or Mr. Eric Dinwiddie. Also, you can donate food or pick up one of these tags. These tags will be at every building starting about Thanksgiving, right after Thanksgiving. And of course, if we don't have families identified by then, we don't have tags. So we really need to get families identified. Some key dates, we do have the upcoming Christmas festival, which will be December 1st. This is a free event. We ask for a $5 donation or 5 items of food. And we're going to have the Charlie Brown play and then free Santa photos as well. Last year we did this, we raised about $2,000 in cash and had about 2,000 items donated. And then we have other key events. There is a flyer that I put on the table back there. On the back of the flyer are key event dates. I'm not gonna waste time going over each one, but for the school boards in particular, there are a lot of really key dates you might wanna read or not. So you are invited to come to the high school after December 9th to see the process in operation. It is truly indescribable to see all the gifts, all the food. It is really life-changing. I cannot stress that enough. It's so hard to explain it to people who have never seen the operation. It's really something just out of this world. And then, of course, school board members, you're welcome to help with deliveries on December 13th or 14th. Just let me know. Any questions about the food drive? All right, thank you very much.
Before we move on to the next item on the agenda, I forgot to do this earlier. I'd like to make a motion to excuse Director Veach, our chair. Is there a second? Motion is made and seconded. All in favor? Aye. Aye. I'll stand. All right. So moving on to the next item on our agenda here. Update on superintendent search discussions. So for those who are in attendance, if you don't know, Dr. Middleton, our student, is retiring at the end of this school year. So we are in the process of interviewing and determining who our next leader is going to be. Currently, we have, to that end, we've hired a recruiting firm, Northwest Leadership Associates, and they have created a handout, a brochure. They are advertising the position currently. They've already gotten some feedback from multiple people around the state and even outside the state that they are applying for. One of the things I had tasked for the board, and we don't necessarily need to vote on this, I just want to make sure that we have a consensus. We initially in our schedule had interview dates on the January 30th, 31st, and the 1st. And the recruiting firm learned during focus groups that January 31st was the first day of second semester, so we certainly don't want to encroach on that day. So there was a recommendation to move the interview dates to Monday, the 29th, Tuesday, the 30th, and Thursday, February 1st. Or is there any concern or anything with that? Student reps, anything school-wise you guys know of, or something that those days will conflict on? Anything? Most likely during the day. But I will ask if we can make it in the evening. Okay. Okay, it seems like we have a good consensus on that. And then the other thing, board, I sent you some information on contract and stuff like that. They're looking for some feedback on that, so if you get a chance, email me and let me know if any concerns or discussions or anything like that. So, any other questions on superintendent search? Okay. Moving on to the next item on the agenda, we have the consent agenda. Do we have any additions, changes, or anything to the consent agenda? Any concerns or anything that we need to do? Okay. Absolutely. There is no concern with the consent agenda. I will say that that is passed by unanimous consent. All right. Moving on next in the agenda is success in education. However, I would love to, Director Kincaid.
I just wanted to quickly say, so for those of you who don't know, I am a first grade teacher at a school outside of Granite Falls. And at my school today, we had our Veterans Day celebration. And I just wanted to acknowledge anyone who might be in this room or in our district who is a veteran and who served, and to say thank you for your service. And for, just thank you for your service and for fighting for our country. So thank you.
For that, Director Kincaid. And we didn't have board comments in the agenda, but since we're here, does anyone else have anything else they want to share or say, or? All right, outstanding. All right, so moving on to the reason why we're all here, Success in Education Awards. A couple of things before I turn it over to Dr. Middleton and we go into the awards. It goes without saying that this is one of the most exciting, rewarding nights of being a board director, to be able to share in the celebration of all of our fantastic students, staff. I felt like I never did it justice. So I was sitting in bed one evening and just jotted down a couple of things I just want to say before we turn it over, just about how much this night means to me. I stand before you with a heart full of gratitude and pride, welcoming you to our Success in Education Award program. Tonight, we don't just celebrate academic accomplishments, we celebrate something truly profound. The immeasurable value of parent and family involvement in our students' success. Every day, I get to witness the profound impact that your love, dedication, and unwavering support has on our students' lives. It's a heartwarming reminder of the beautiful partnership between our schools and families that entrust us with their children's education. This partnership is the very foundation of our success, and for that, I am and always will be filled with happiness and gratitude. Our students' journey in education is a testament to the incredible teamwork between our schools and you, parents, families, caregivers, staff. You are their first teachers, their constant motivators, and the safety net they need when faced with challenges. Your involvement isn't just about attending PTA meetings or helping with homework. It's about instilling the values of curiosity, diligence, and empathy that will shape their futures. The success of our students in many ways is your success too. Is your unwavering commitment that empowers them to dream big, strive for excellence, and overcome obstacles. Your presence, whether it's cheering them on the sidelines of a soccer game or helping them understand complex algebra, is a beacon of love and guidance that illuminates their path. With every achievement our students unlock, we recognize the countless hours you've spent providing encouragement, nurturing their passions, and helping them navigate the ups and downs of the education journey. Your sacrifices, your late night conversations about dreams and aspirations, and the unconditional love you poured into their lives has been instrumental in getting them where they are today, and we celebrate them and you for that. As we gather here today, let it be known that my joy, and I know that the joy of the board, is immeasurable. We take this moment to say thank you. Thank you for being the backbone of our students' successes. Thank you for being the role models they admire and the support system they lean on. Together, we create a nurturing environment where our students flourish and become the best versions of themselves. On behalf of the Granite Falls School District, I extend my deepest and most heartfelt gratitude to all the parents and families who have shaped and shared in this educational journey. You are the unsung heroes, and today we sing your praises. Our student successes are your successes, and we look forward to celebrating even more achievements in the day to come, hand in hand. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you. So with that, I will gladly turn over to Dr. Middleton.
Thank you, Director Carey, and welcome everybody. This is one of our exciting nights that we have, and I want to congratulate our students and families, and for all the reasons that Director Carey just shared, is congratulations to all of you. And we want to thank our teachers and our administrators for the work that they do with our students and families. One thing I want to share is before we started, I was visiting with our wonderful principals up here, and without prompting, they said, you know what, Josh, this is such a special night, and I think we use the words joy and rejuvenation, because on a day-to-day basis, of course, they're working so hard, our teachers work so hard, our staff work so hard, principals work so hard, and it takes moments like this to realize, you know what, we're doing it, we are doing it. And so while we are recognizing and thanking our students for their hard work and celebrating them tonight, I want you to know it's also a gift to our principals and our staff, because they're saying, you know what, it makes it all so worthwhile. So again, thank you. All right, so tonight, what we're going to do is I'm going to invite our principals to come up, and they will be celebrating both student and some staff awards tonight. And what we would like you to do, they have a few comments about each of those who are being honored. And once they are done, we would like them to come and high five, shake hands, fist bump the folks over here, and then walk all the way around to the back where we have black curtain, and Melanie is with her camera, and we want to take an individual picture. And then at the very end, we want all the award recipients to take a group picture at the closing of our ceremony tonight. So I'm going to start by asking Mr. Maynard, who is our middle school principal. He has both some student awards and staff awards.
All right, thank you, Dr. Hill. I'm kind of going to do this a little differently. Is anybody who works at the middle school, please stand up. If you work at the middle school, please stand up. I need all my staff to come up here with me today. They didn't think that was coming. Yep. Let's go. All right, so if you look at this staff, they are, we're working at early. Our kids are meeting us with a smile and some super energy. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna read out 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, but I wanted the staff to be here because it's not Mr. Maynard's award. We chose these students as a staff, so they should celebrate this as well. So first student is Mason Graham. So Mason Graham, come up. Right. The 6th grade team is pleased to recognize Mason Graham as our Success in Education winner for first quarter. Mason is wonderful to have in class. He always comes prepared and participates all the time. He does his work, answers questions and discussions, and asks questions to check his understanding. He is also empathetic in helping other students when they need it. He finishes work quickly, which he often does. Mason asks, what can he do instead of distracting others or wasting time? Sometimes he even taking the time to chat with his teachers to get to know them better. Also giving Mr. Mayor candy in the morning, you know, offer it early this morning, right? Mason certainly uses his free time in class to do meaningful work. Mason is a model student and very deserving of the Success in Education Award for quarter one. Nice work, man. Great job. All right, 7th grade, Jessica Muzzy. Come on up. Seventh grade, congratulations to Jessica Muzzy for receiving the Success in Education Award for quarter one of our school year. This is an award voted by the teachers and staff and given to students that stand out in our school community. Here are some of the many positive comments from Jessica teachers. Jessica is a conscientious student. She never settles for good enough, always strives to do her best. Jessica is kind and friendly. She makes me smile when I just don't feel like it. Jessica is very sweet student that always greets me with a smile and has a positive attitude. She completes her work every day and determined to do well in her classes. She is a good friend to those around her and willing to help her teachers out and any of her peers. Jessica is a bright spot in my day, one of her teachers said. I am always very happy to see her. Jessica also started playing volleyball this year and is an encouragement to her teammates and a joy to the coach. Her positive attitude is much appreciated. Once again, let's give an applause to Jessica. All right, our 8th grade student, Delilah Miles. He's not here today. So I'll skip it and I'll read it to her. All right, I got one more award today. I actually call him the chosen one today. And it's our success education teacher, Mr. JBJ. Everybody give it up. I'm not gonna say who actually, I'm not gonna say we actually pretty much voted for him because we all did. He's very deserving of this, but I am going to read some of the things that were said about Mr. JBJ. His ability to manage his classroom is so inviting and filled with passion. I have never heard a student complain or rant about being in his class, but I see the countless times where he has brought out the best of each student. Specifically, I have a student who cannot stay in class to save his life, but yet he works so diligently around JBJ, even more, he stays in that class. JBJ has brought out the best in his students, specifically with their creative thinking, their problem-solving skills. He has emphasized the image we as a district try to promote of accepting everyone and all these traits can be useful. He has the ability to bring the shy kids who struggle with finding value in their skills to confident students participating in the passion project. I think he has put manufacturing on the maps for these students and built a different image for technical career paths. JBJ has had his foot in every part of this community and has single-handedly made this town what it is today. He grew up here, he lived here basically all of his life, and that has built his passion to make this town welcoming, interactive, and community-based. He has helped run the local church, which gives him relationships with most parents. He has been in the school district as a kid and sees the need. He had made local farmers markets event, worked with City Hall to make events, and he actively worked to get his students' passion project out into the community. He's also the guy that made the sign made by Granite Falls Middle School Friday night, Franklin Falls. He's that guy. Everybody give it up for JB.
All right, we are going to bring up Mountain Way Elementary, Ms. Weddle, Ms. Wright.
Good evening. Before we get started, we would just like to invite you, the school board, to our Veterans Day Assembly, which is tomorrow morning at 9:30. So Nicole, welcome. We are really excited to be here tonight, and we have 3 wonderful award recipients. I'm going to turn it over first to Ms. Wright.
All right, we would love to welcome up our kindergartner
who has earned success in education, and that's Mateo Aguilar Hernandez, and two of his teachers, Mr. Campbell and Mrs. Pepper. Mateo, I'm gonna say some nice things about you, okay? Mateo Aguilar Hernandez is the proud son of Evodio Aguilar Agustin and Leticia Hernandez Alvarez. When Mateo is at school, he enjoys playing at recess and going to STEAM class with Ms. Simmons. He likes PE as well. He enjoys reading superhero books, and his favorite food is soup with chicken. Mateo says that he's good at making good choices and being a good friend. He has two cats named Donut and Ivanka, and when he is not at school, he likes to play with his toys and his stuffies. When he grows up, Mateo says he will clean the house and do a lot of stuff. He wants to grow up to be a teacher. Mateo Aguilar Hernandez has demonstrated an exceptional commitment to learning in his first few months of school as a kindergartner. He remains fully engaged in learning from the moment he enters school in the morning until he says goodbye in the afternoon. Mateo is considerate and helpful to his classmates and teachers. When a neighbor needs support, academic or otherwise, Mateo is always willing to lend a hand. When a teacher needs a reliable helper, he is eager to do his part. Mateo's commitment to fully engage in lessons has resulted in significant learning growth. He has successfully gained academic skills that will help him moving forward. Congratulations, Mateo. Thank you. Our next award recipient is our first grader in Miss Williams' class. Come on up, Miss Williams. I have to put on my readers. Tonight we're honoring Chloe Peters. Come on up. Chloe Peters is the proud daughter of Colby and Kristen Peters. She really enjoys math and writing and wants to grow up to be a veterinarian. She loves reading biscuit books and is really good at drawing. Her favorite food is bacon, and she has a dog and 4 fish as pets. When she is not at school, she likes to play soccer, play with her older sister, and play American Girl dolls. Chloe Peters is a shining example of what it means to be a Mount Way Elementary cub. Chloe exemplifies cooperation, understanding, bravery, and safety. When others ask what they should be doing, we can always point out Chloe for a model of our school behaviors. Chloe is especially kind to others, always lending a smile or a helpful hand when needed. Chloe is a hard worker, always doing her best and striving to show what she knows. Chloe truly makes Mountain Way a great place to be, and Granite Falls School District is lucky to have her. Her teacher says that she feels fortunate to spend her first grade year with her. Way to go, Chloe. Next, we want to recognize our second grade award recipient, Benjamin Ryan, who was nominated as
Chloe.
Benjamin Ryan is the proud son of Tim and Shanna Ryan. He is really good at reading and likes to read nonfiction books about animals. He loves PE because it's fun, and he also likes math. Benjamin wants to be a teacher when he grows up. He has 2 dogs named Luna and Winnie and a cat named Perry. Ben's favorite food is broccoli and rice, and when he's not at school, he likes to play on his soccer team. He also enjoys playing with his friends and his toys. Benjamin Ryan has all the qualities of a Mountain Way Elementary cub. Benjamin consistently and confidently shows cooperation, understanding, bravery, and safety. When others are unsure of what they should be doing, he is a role model of school behaviors and expectations. Benjamin is the type of friend any student would be lucky to have. He reaches out to others to make them feel welcomed and wanted in the classroom. Benjamin uses his skills to always try his hardest and show what he has learned. He truly makes Mountain Way a great place to be, and Granite Falls School District is lucky to have him. His teacher feels fortunate to have him in his class during his last year at Mountain Way Elementary. Congratulations, Benjamin.
Benjamin.
All right, next, I'm going to have Ms. McVeigh come up, and we're going to celebrate some Crossroads High School students.
Okay, can I please have Eric and Jessica? Come on up. I think you guys can handle being up here together. Oh, all right. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's with me. All right. It's with immense pride and admiration that I stand before you today and present an award to a truly exceptional young man, Mr. Eric Caballo. This award recognizes not only his academic achievements, but also his dedication to leadership, community service, and his passion for making a meaningful impact on our world. This remarkable student embodies a spirit of dedication and service. He's not only excelled academically, but he's been instrumental in the initiation of our Crossroads High School's first FFA club. Woohoo! This is a big deal. Pretty awesome. So he demonstrates his visionary leadership and commitment to agriculture. He's also involved in Voices of Youth, and I'm not sure, but it was extremely impactful. He's part of FBLA, the Crossroads Music Club, and what else do we have? Anything that, any clubs we have, he's a part of the ones we have, so there we go. Okay. He's not just a scholar, but he's a well-rounded individual who values the arts and entrepreneurship. What really sets him apart is his selfless commitment to volunteering. In his spare time, he's chosen to give back to our community in a multitude of ways, whether it's supporting places like the Granite Falls Community Coalition Food Bank, or mentoring some of our younger students, or assisting those in need at the food bank. I can honestly say that I could count on Eric for anything, anytime I needed someone's help, which, you can't say that very often as a principal. Eric's life hasn't been easy, but you would never ever know that. This young man's volunteerism is his testament to his compassion, empathy, and sense of responsibility toward building a better world. I also think this is a perfect day to highlight his aspirations for going into the military and serving our nation, and then later becoming a police officer. Those are his goals. Woohoo! Yay! Eric's desire to protect and serve, his sense of duty, and his willingness to put the well-being of others above his own is deeply admirable, and it is what he shows us every day at Crossroads. He's a shining example of the values we hold dear and an embodiment of the ideals that guide us in our quest for a safer and more just society. I'm honored to present this award to a young man who exemplifies excellence in leadership and service, and his dedication to extracurricular activities and extensive volunteer work underscores commitment to his personal growth and the community of Granite Falls as a whole. So congratulations, thank you for all you do. Thank you. Okay, now I have Jess. They know each other a little bit. Okay, so Jessica Hernandez, we have two Hernandezes. So it's my absolute honor to stand before you today to present an award that exemplifies the power of determination, hard work, and the transformative potential of education. Jessica started her high school journey facing some academic challenges that left her feeling a little bit depressed and somewhat hopeless, right? A little bit. And has now shown her resilience and has become a shining example for any student who walks in the doors of Crossroads High School. This young lady has displayed dedication and a willingness to go above and beyond in service, not only to her school, but to her community. This is going to be a very familiar presentation because these guys they do lots of work in the community together. So anyways, Jessica's story serves as a testament to the belief that when you're willing to buckle down, commit, and follow through with that commitment, anything is possible. Her transformation from a student grappling with academic difficulties to one who isn't happy if she doesn't have straight A's is nothing short of remarkable. Through hard work and perseverance, she's defied the odds, demonstrating that with the right mindset and a supportive environment, anyone can achieve their dreams. Jessica's accomplishments also go beyond the classroom. She has also taken the initiative to engage in extracurricular activities, volunteer work, reflecting her passion for personal growth and a deep sense of responsibility towards our community. It's not just about academic excellence, it's about personal growth and empathy in making our world a better place by combining her academics with a commitment to school, extracurriculars like FBLA, FFA, Music Club, and Voices of Youth, the 4 clubs that we have at Crossroads. She also assists with the food bank, empty bowls. I don't know how many of you were able to attend that, but it's an amazing event put on by the coalition. These two are both amazing cooks. If you ever get a chance to eat any of their food, they cook lots for empty bowls. She serves as an inspiration to us all and demonstrates that education is a powerful force for positive change in the lives of all of those around us. Jessica's Check and Connect teacher, Miss Perkins, says that Jessica's a friend to all and always willing to help. She shows up even when she doesn't have to. She's a student her teachers can count on when they need an extra hand. And she never says no to a project. An example was this weekend when Ms. Perkins and FBLA really needed help with the concession stand at the football game. Jessica was there. Jessica has already exceeded her required community service hours and is on track for reaching her goal of obtaining straight A's this entire school year. I also know who I'm gonna have help with the food drive. In closing, I'm delighted to present this award to a student whose journey serves as an inspiration. And both of them have shown us with the determination and hard work, they can make a difference in the world and overcome any challenge. Thank you.
Next, let's have Monte Cristo administrators come up. Swin, Ms. Lowe.
We are so excited to be here. Before we begin, I want to introduce to you our new assistant principal, Mrs. Bo. She is my partner, and in case you're confused which one is Mrs. Wynn and which one is Mrs. Bo, she's the taller one. And we are not sisters, in case you're wondering, because students ask us all the time, and no, we're not twins. So we just want to make that clear tonight, but we do want to invite you to tomorrow's Veterans Day Assembly at Monte Cristo Elementary. Please come o'clock, we're honoring our veterans. We are thrilled to honor our success in education winners. Our first candidate is Evie Beers in 3rd grade in the Deborah Eastman's class. It is our pleasure to nominate Evie Beers for a Success in Education Award. Evie demonstrates responsibility by always being prepared for each lesson of the day. We can count on her to model what being ready to learn looks like for others in the class. Evie shows respect to everyone as she willingly shares her thoughts around her learning. It is evident to us that she enjoys learning and participates fully in activities. Evie is exceedingly kind and has many friends here at school. We are delighted to have Evie as a member of our school at Monte Cristo Elementary. When Evie is not at school, she likes to read books. Her favorite subject is math. She thinks math is fun and likes to share her learning with her little brother. Aww. Evie is proud to report that she's improving her reading skills. A highlight from this year was when we had the assembly celebrating our iReady assessment participation goal. And did we reach our goal? Yes, we did. Yay, Monte Cristo. And the whole school got woohoo! Evie wants to be a soccer coach when she grows up. She would also like to make an educational soccer videos on YouTube. She's gonna be famous one day, folks. Let's give her a round of applause. Congratulations.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Nguyen, for that warm welcome, and thank you so much to the Granite Falls community for a wonderful warm welcome. And I'm so excited to be here at this special event, recognizing our 4th grade student, Amar Carlson Balsick, in Mrs. Shalene Cook's class. Please come forward. We are so honored to nominate Amar Carlson Fossick for the Success in Education Award. He embodies the core characteristics that our school holds in high regard: responsible, respectful, safe, and kind. He displays these characteristics in all aspects of his academic journey. Amar is a shining example of the values that we strive to install in our students, making him an ideal candidate for this recognition. One of the most remarkable qualities of Amar is his commitment to being an excellent listener. He consistently displays full body listening, showing his dedication to understanding and engaging with both his peers and his teachers, who are standing right behind him, supporting him. Moreover, he consistently gives his best effort in all tasks and projects, setting a high standard for his peers to follow. Woo-hoo, Amar! His politeness and consideration towards others are truly commendable, making him a role model for his fellow students and in the embodiment of the values we strive for. When Amar is not at school, he likes to go to the skate park. His favorite subject in school is math. Amar feels he has really improved in reading so far this year. And one of his favorite memories from this school year so far is making our haunted house art and writing project. Was that so much fun, Amar? And when Amar grows up, he wants to be a helicopter pilot. Please join me in recognizing him for this great honor. And for our 5th grade Success in Education winner, please welcome Eden Gatler. Eden Gettler is in Miss Jessica Weiss's class. Miss Jessica Weiss, please come forward and join Eden in recognizing her for this great honor. It is our pleasure to nominate Eden Gettler for our 5th grade Success in Education winner. Eden is consistently showing her effort and attention. It's given to all staff and students when she is at school. She works hard to make sure all of her assignments are completed correctly to the best of her abilities and in a timely manner. She asks for help or clarification when needed. Eden is a leader in her classroom and all around the school. She is a great friend to anyone who needs it. She's responsible, knowledgeable, respectful, funny, caring, and overall such a pleasure to have here at Monte Cristo Elementary. We're so proud of you. Eden's favorite subjects in school are reading and writing, and this year she hopes to improve on her multiplication fluency and overall confidence in math. One highlight of her year from this school year is making new friends. When she grows up, she wants to be a singer and take care of animals. Her favorite animals are wolves. Please join me in recognizing Eden with a great round of applause.
All right, from the high school, Mr. Andy.
So we have 4 outstanding candidates, and I'm going to bring up our 2 sophomores together. And as I go through this, you'll figure out why I'm bringing them up together. And this is going to be just really a 3-part way that I'm going to celebrate them. And the first one is they filled out a little bio about their activities and their hopes and dreams after school. Then the teacher said some real nice things about them. And then I do a little play on their names, and it's amazing how accurate their name is to their personality. And this is really cool for me because I've got to know these, all these students, or 3 of the students, I guess, that we're celebrating tonight since they've been 11 years old. And so it's awesome to see them kind of grow up and continue with the outstanding things that they've done in middle school and now they're doing in high school. So let's recognize Blair Johnson and Paige Buchholz. Come on. So like I said, they filled out this little bio about themselves, and as we go through this, you'll understand what I'm talking about here. So Blair, I'll start with Blair. She has a rigorous schedule: AP World History, Chemistry, Algebra 2, Pre-AP English, Spanish 2, and PE. Paige's schedule, and I think this was planned: AP World History, Chemistry, Algebra 2, Pre-AP English, Spanish 2, and PE. Blair, she's a setter on an undefeated junior varsity volleyball team. Paige, she's a setter on an undefeated junior varsity volleyball team. Blair, she's a superstar basketball player. Paige, she's a superstar basketball player. Blair, she's the #1 doubles team in tennis. Guess who her partner is? Paige. Outside of school for Blair, this is where it gets a little different. She enjoys reading, playing with her dogs, and being with her friends. Paige didn't mention anything about being with her friends. She didn't. For Paige, she's a volunteer youth soccer coach. Paige plans to further her education after high school and go to a 4-year university. Guess what Blair's going to do? She's going to further her education and go to a 4-year high school, or 4-year college. Okay, here's what the teacher said about Blair. Blair is an incredible math student. She consistently earns earns the highest score on the Algebra 2 test. She works hard and is willing to participate in class. Blair is an excellent student who is positive, conscientious, and hardworking. Blair always has a great attitude and excels on her work. She is a great leader by helping others in class and holding them accountable. For Paige, Paige works hard in her math class. She asks questions when she has trouble and really shows the determination to learn the material and do well in class. She completes all her assignments on time and participates in class. She is a fantastic student. Paige always has a great attitude and tries her best in everything she does. She also works great with others. Paige is a great student who is conscientious and hardworking. She always has a smile on her face and is kind to those around her. And then the teachers kind of combine for both of them because the teachers also see these two as hooked at the hip. These two individuals are continuously smiling, energetic, competitive, cooperative, and are loved by all their peers and teachers. They lead this class in the most positive way. Both Paige and Blair are high-achieving students in the pre-AP English class. They are exemplary in their quality of work and show great concern when mastery is not initially achieved. Both seek feedback and are constantly seeking ways to improve their performance. They also work really well with their peers and act as strong leaders in our class. Now for their name, I just kind of look up what their name means. And again, it's parents, you know them better than I do, but from what I know of them, their name is just perfect for who they are. For Blair, often associated with qualities such as strength, intelligence, and beauty. They have a sense of freedom and connection with the nature. They like simplicity and groundedness. She is intellectual and creative. They love to travel, also like changing and adventure. Peace and harmony are the utmost importance to them, and Blairs are kind, compassionate, and they rise to the top of who they are. For Paige, loyal and dependable. Paige is often seen as a hard worker who will be there to help and support their loved ones in times of need. Paiges are service to others. They're obligated to hold justice and truth very high. They're warm. Their intuitive intellect and friendly responsibility of well-being of others. They are peacemakers and rule followers. Both of these students, again, as I got to watch them as 11-year-olds and grow up to the young ladies that they are, these two are about as good as students at Granite Falls High School as one could hope for, and they are very well deserving of this award. Please give it up for Claire and Paige. Eric Diaz, our junior, come on up here. Again, I got to see Eric when he was 11-year-old and grow to this young man that he is today. He is a .5 student at Granite Falls High School, and then his other half of the day he does Running Start, which is college classes. So he's, you can tell he's academically, he challenges himself already, and he's earning college credits. His schedule here at the high school is chemistry, Spanish, and pre-calculus. His Running Start, he is focusing on political science. He has a 3.98 GPA. How dare someone give him an A-. He is a wrestler and a track star. He was third in conference in track, and he made it to regionals in wrestling. We look forward to watching him. Wrestling starts on Monday, and so he's been upstairs practicing already, and look for great things this year with him. His hobbies include weightlifting and sports. He has a part-time job with a survey company. He volunteers at track meets, Carnival of Dragons event at the public library, and is part of our Tiger crew. He plans on going to college after high school and pursue his law degree. Now his teachers, Eric has a strong work ethic and a great attitude in class. He is a good advocate for his peers and himself by asking clarifying questions when needed. Eric is a kind and attentive student. He is a positive role model for other students in our Spanish class. He is a quiet leader that classmates
look up to. He is a great student and will go far in this world. Eric's name, eternal ruler. He's powerful. Individuality can bring you to great heights. Eric's always looking for an opportunity to investigate the unknown, to use and show his mental abilities. That's why he will be a great attorney. Eric's are very welcome by others because of his honesty, special tendencies toward leadership and inspiration that set him apart from the masses. Eric, you are well deserving of this award because of your hard work and your can-do attitude. Give it up for Eric. And our last student, Mr. Christopher Ryer. So Christopher wasn't part of the middle school, but I'm getting to know him over the last 2 months, and really he is one of the best student leaders that I've ever been around in terms of, and I've been doing in education for 35 years, and just to watch what he and maybe some other students, certainly at the high school, watch them just change the culture of the high school and his leadership. It's pretty amazing to watch him and the way kids look up to him. He's a great representative for our younger students. And really, he's the student that parents hope their child grows up to be. He is an outstanding student. Parents, you should be very proud of Christopher. He has another rigorous schedule. He's in American Civics, English, Pre-Calculus, Leadership, Spanish 2, and Biomed, all while maintaining a 3.93 grade point average. Some of his activities: he was on our football team. He was offensive lineman and linebacker, as well as being the team captain. He's the wrestling team captain, leads our assemblies. His Golden Tones present the student announcements every day. He is the vice president of National Honor Society. He is our class president from 23-24. He is also our homecoming king. A lot of activities that well deserved for Christopher, for sure. Outside of school, he enjoys running, video games, board games, and reading. He is a member of the Granite Falls High School Food and Gift Drive, which you heard about earlier tonight. After high school, he hopes to go to the Air Force Academy, which I know he's going to get to go to, and get his degree and become a pilot. His teachers: Christopher Ryer is an exemplary student who serves as a great role model for his peers. His commitment to improving the high school experience for all students is truly commendable. Chris's dedication, leadership, and passion for creating a positive and inclusive environment inspire others to follow in his footsteps. Christopher is a great student. He is hardworking, respectful, and fun to have in class. He is a good leader who is kind to his classmates. Christopher is a fantastic leader. You just keep hearing that. Fantastic leader, fantastic leader. Absolutely agree. He's a fantastic leader in class with a positive mindset, and he isn't afraid to participate and ask questions. Christopher's name means bearing Christ. And then it goes on to talk about leadership, independence, and creativity, unique ideas and significant potential for growth and development. Christophers are known for their optimistic and hopeful nature, their positive outlook on life, and are excellent problem solvers. They have a natural ability to inspire and motivate others and are often looked up to as role models. You heard the teachers say exactly what that is. They value their relationship and will go to great lengths to support and protect those they care about. They have a strong sense of empathy and compassion and enjoy making a positive impact on the lives of others. Please give it up for Christopher Ryan.
We have 2 more awards, and they are staff awards. I'm going to invite Lynn Tipping to come on up. And many of you know Lynn is our supervisor of food services in our district, and she has an award to present tonight.
Do you want to come up too? I don't want to just stand here all by myself. So I am so thrilled that Donnie is one of the recipients of the First Quarter Success in Education Award. She has been with Granite Falls Child Nutrition for about 12 years and has been the cook at Mountain Way Elementary since the beginning of the last school year. One of the things I noticed right away was the culture in the kitchen. They work so collaboratively together. It's a friendly kitchen to walk into, and they display excellent customer service. There are so many things Donnie has done and continues to do on a daily basis that is kind of hard to do a few highlights, but here are a few that have stood out to me. And she hates me that finger, so I'm gonna really drag this out. A cook was absent at another kitchen, and Donnie jumped right over to that kitchen to cook. And the transition was so easy because she's so well trained her staff so thoroughly. She represented child nutrition at her school's Meet the Principal event before school started. It's the first time we tried that, and it was a success. Donnie introduced herself to parents, handed out free reduced applications, answered questions, and handed out little treats for the kiddos. She kind of pushed me until I finally did it, but to create s'mores yogurt parfait. And she created the recipe, served to the kids, and they absolutely gobbled it up. And because of that, we are now doing a special yogurt parfait of the month. That she wants to keep things fun for the kids. So she's always bringing ideas, and that's what I love about her. Last spring, her school came to see if her kitchen would be willing to wash, prep, and serve the veggies that the students grew in their own garden at the school. And of course she would. She was so willing to do that, and they had a beautiful display, and the kids and the students were so proud. And just earlier this week, I walked into her kitchen to see her washing a ton of milk cartons, and it was for a teacher to use for a project. And she's just the heart of the school. Working with Donnie is a blessing. I'm so happy to work with her. She's dedicated, always willing to help, not at all afraid to give me feedback. And I absolutely love that and adore her. So congratulations, Donnie.
I'm going to invite Deb Mathis up to join me.
You're not done yet.
So this final award is something that I brought to the district. I've done it at the other districts I've served, and it's called the Mucker Award. And the Mucker Award comes from a hockey term, and I've lived and breathed hockey as a former player and always a fan. Those are those players that do the hard work behind the scenes that don't necessarily get noticed. They'll go into the corners, they'll throw some elbows, they'll do whatever it takes to help their team. And so this is something that I try and bring to each of our Success in Ed to recognize some of those that are in our district that display that attitude and that work. Now, what I need to share is Deb is our first and only two-time recipient. And Deb is, she's on the custodial staff, and she first, when I got here, was over at the middle school, and then she came over to this building. And in this building, this is Crossroads High School, and right next door is the district office, which many of you know used to be a school. So if you go into any of the offices next door, you'll see a chalkboard or a whiteboard, and you know, because we used to be in there teaching. And so when she came over to our building and started, you know, maintaining and cleaning our buildings every day, sorry about that, Siri, every day or I'm sorry, in the morning when I would come to work, there'd be a message on the board. It'd be, keep smiling, keep swimming, the sun's out, smile. I'm like, that's awesome. And Deb and I just got to know each other, and, you know, we're close in age, so we enjoy the same music. We talk about our favorite cafes that we like to go to for breakfast, and it's just a fun relationship. But then I noticed in the other offices, there was keep smiling, keep your head up. So I thought, I'm the one getting these messages. No, everybody's getting that fun message in their offices that have whiteboards. So she's been just a breath of fresh air over in this building, and really, you see her smiling, and that's how you find Deb. She is so welcoming. If you are visiting our building, she helps you. Tonight, this is Deb's work. We have board meetings in here. We have a lot of community events in here, and it is always prepared really with perfection. And so Deb is our first two-time award, and we have a little case, but it didn't come in time. But here's your puck, and thank you so much, Deb. All right, before I turn the mic over back to Director Carey to close out our meeting, I want to remind all recipients to go to the back for a group picture that Melanie will take. And for everybody, we have refreshments over to the side, so please stay and enjoy each other's company, congratulate one another. And again, just a big thank you and congratulations to our recipients as well as to the families. It is just, again, you see why this is such a favorite night for us. So Director Carey.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So just a couple other little things to just close out. I think actually I'll go quickly because I don't believe I have anyone signed up for items from the floor, right? So with that, at 7:07, I'd like to call an adjournment to the regular board meeting and the Success in Education night. As said by Dr. Milton, feel free to mingle and have some refreshments, and thank you so much for everyone for coming out. Appreciate you.